And hello everyone, Samantha here. Again, I pray all is well with you. In this video, I'm going to be showing how a person can use these trust verse notes and prayer cards and some additional items that I made to go with this set. It's actually 2 sets and it's on my website. I'll leave the link in the description section of this video. So I'm not going to do a real fancy page, and I decided to use a journaling notebook. The video before this, I showed a project outline for this, and one of the things I mentioned was I wanted to choose what to journal in. And so at a later date, I'm actually going to do the whole set, just focusing on trusting God, just like setting aside a time and just reading through those scriptures and showing the process of, you know, doing a set aside time for a topical study. But that video is going to be a bit longer, and I'm going to be sharing some thoughts, you know, and some revelations that the Lord, you know, gives me. And again, that video will be lengthier, and it'll be almost like a teaching segment, including, you know, some creative Bible journaling. So before I go into how a person can use this set in a simple way, and just, I'm going to only show one card. I'm not going to show all 5 cards. I just want to go over the set real quick. So let me make sure I'm in frame, and then I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. So this can be, let me move this to the side. I'll show that afterwards. Okay, good. So I think this is really good right here. So it's a verse note card. Then it has the verse, a place to write some notes. Then it's trust in God. There's a prayer. There's no line here. There's space just to write the prayer. Get as much as a person wants to get into this box. And then there is a tab, a Bible tab. So this can actually be duplicated because it's a Word document. So once the person goes into the document, they can resize this. All of this can be resized to use as you wish, if you decide to purchase it. That's with everything. So here's, like, it's in pink, there's purple. Each one has a different scripture, right? I'm not going to go into, you know, the different scriptures that's on there, but it's all focused on trust. So it's a topical trust study, trusting God study. So verse note, this is the red one. This is reddish blue. This is like purplish and green leaves. This is like a reddish blue. This is like a pinkish blue. Reddish blue, pinkish blue. I'm sorry, the red and the pink look close. I probably should have did it in orange, but that's okay. Then there's green and purple. So some whimsical color in there. And some blue and green, like teal, blue, green. And so, again, this can be resized. And I did duplicate this. On the copy, on the printable, it's actually 2 of these, and it's a little bit bigger. But again, the person could duplicate this as many times as they want. And so that's one set. This set is in my shop, and the prices are on the shop. This set is $4, and then this set is $2.50, which is complimentary. It's a footer and header, trusting God washi, which has the same design as the verse note cards. This can also be resized depending upon the size of the person's page. And so 5 sets, again, complimentary to the verse card, the verse note cards, and the prayer cards. And then there's these elements that can be printed out on clear paper. This also can be duplicated and resized. And then here are some colorful elements with the verses that matches what's on the verse note card and prayer card. And these can also be resized as well. And I also included in this set some Bible tabs. In the event the person don't want the verse note cards or trust in God prayer card, they just may want the footer and header, the header and footer washi, the Bible tabs, and the colorful elements with the verses in it. So yeah, so those are two sets. This is $2.50 and this set is $4, and it's on my shop, and it's printable, instant printable. It's a Word document. It can be resized. So I decided for this video to just go ahead and do do the Bible journaling page in here real quick. But when I do the whole 5 sets, it probably will not be in there. But this is just to demo this. 1 second. I'm just looking at my project in here. Okay, so I did that. So, and then I also mentioned in a previous video that I want to choose some other items to use on the Bible journaling page. So, I have this washi tape, which is similar to the color here. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm thinking maybe another color, because this is just, well, you know, for let me remember, demo purposes. And so I have these flower hearts. I may not even use all of this. These are some other elements that I had made previously. A faith sticker, which I enlarged, and a swatch, which I enlarged, which I really don't know if I'm going to end up using. But I like that it says faith, which is in connection with trust. Then I have these embossed labels. I have these alphas, different colors. I just thought maybe to have a different color in it will help out, and instead of having all blue and green. And then I have these leftover stickers. I had gotten this pack from the Dollar Tree. They're like chalkboard, like. I think they're so pretty. Well, I use most of it, but you can see the word faithful here. Yeah, so you know, I can even use that, because trusting God, God is faithful. So again, I'm just going to show how a person could possibly use it. So right here, so I see right now that this is a little bit longer than hold on 1 second. It's a little bit longer. 1 minute. So, sidebar, if you decide to use this kit, it can, like I said, it can be resized. So, a suggestion is measure your page, whatever page you're going to use it on, and then when you, once you download your document, you can resize these faux washi strips to your page dimensions. I didn't do that, so what I will do is I'm going to snip off a piece. And you see that's a little right there. I'm going to snip off some pieces. So this is for demo purposes. God willing, at another time, I will come on and do the whole 5 sets. And I want to, yeah, so see, right there, good. So this can actually be printed out on sticker paper, which I do have some printed out on sticker paper, and I think that's the one that I'm going to use. So as you see right here, I'm just using the header and the footer strip. The header and the footer strip. Now, I made a mistake because I know there was something that I wanted to do. I'm sorry about that. Let me pull this up. I just remember there was something that I said I had wanted to do before that. So here are the tabs. Here are some tabs that I made. So you can see I actually resized this. I resized it. This one is small. If you want a small, this one is big. But I sort of wanted to use this big one, and I was thinking, okay, I know it's going to be much bigger than the it's going to be it's the height is long. The height of the part where you stick down is long. So I can even put it here, which I believe that's what I may end up doing. And then I could put the little one up here. So it's actually personal preference how somebody wants to do this, right? And like I said, this is for demo purposes, so I'm not going to spend too much time with it. I don't want to do a tacky job, but this is not going to be the one, my main one I'm doing, but still I'm glad to be focusing on trusting God. And right here, I think I'm going to use this big one here, so I don't need to worry about that right now. So I'm going to actually trim this down. And even what I'm trimming, oops, I could actually end up using in some way, you know. These would be cute for little, for bulleting. So I'm going to save those. And so, well, I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to just talk through the rest of this video or just, you know what, let me just talk through the rest of the video. There might be some pauses, okay, because I just may have to be solid. You know, sometimes you have to like stay quiet in order to, how can I say, get it to focus on what you're doing. So I could put this here. I could actually see if this one's my bigger journaling Bibles, I would have more space. A person could do 2 spreads if they want, and then write something here, decorate the page, be more artsy here. It's up to how you want to do it. But remember, I said I may not be able to use everything that I pulled out. So, but I do want to use this, right? And I do want to use the alphas. I don't know if I'm going to be able to use these nice elements because the cards is so small, right? And yeah, I may not be able to do that. And also, one second, let me see if I'm going to be able to. Okay, I'm seeing now where I'm at with this. So it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to use this big label at all. I kind of really wanted to use this one. And also too, I realized that, you know what? I'm thinking, let me see. Sometimes it's a way to put your elements, right? Okay, if I did that, and then let me see if this will fit. What if I bring this down some here? This is as far down as it can go. And then if I want to do this. Okay, then I could also thin it out. See, now I could have trimmed this and put it up here to have a bigger label. But you know what? Let me see something real quick. Okay. All right. Alrighty. I don't even think I need that that other washi that I pulled out. I feel like it just needs some different kind of color. I don't know if you know what I mean. Like sometimes I don't like when it's just like this one color. It's sometimes I just want to, oh, you know what? I am going to use this. I'm going to use this. I'm going to use the yellow. Yep. I'm going to use it. And yeah, I'm going to use that yellow. And I already actually decided that I wasn't going to write in the cards here. I'm going to do that later off camera. And the authentic process here. Right. Right there. Put that there. I just want to leave a little bit of white space. I kind of like that when it has a little bit of white in the margin on the side of the washi tape. Like that. Right, good. What's going on here? And now it'll probably be better to put this like this. Bring it down just a bit. Oh, that's not how I want it. Like this. Yeah, that's better. And then, you know, this is some good washi tape because I'm touching it and it's like still real sticky. Oopsie daisy. And I wanna leave some white here, but I also want to pull it up. Keeping in mind too that I'm gonna need to attach the journal card, the prayer card. I'll figure that out. And so, yeah, I kind of like that. And then I'm gonna put this here. Faithful. All right. Trusting God. God is, so where is the alphas? The alphas are right here. Okay, and you know what? Let me go ahead and put this down. So, a person could put this down any way they want. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be like the verse note card inside and this tipped in, right? It could be, how can I say, this can be glued down on the page or however the person wants to do it, and this and the other one tipped in. It's personal preference. So now, should I use those labels? No, I'm not going to use that. I'm not going to use this. It's a bit too much. Yeah, because this page is small. And you know why I have two of these? Because I was thinking to myself, when I do my other pages, I don't want a blank space on the back. So I did that so I could put it back to back. So if I'm looking at my journal in this direction, I can still see some writing. It won't just be blank. Okay, so now I might even using a lot of the stuff that I have in this right here. This is coming down a little bit too much for me. 1 second, let me cut some of that off. If I want it, I could come here and do this with these pieces. But you know what? Nah. Okay, so let me see. God, G-O-D. God is, and then I could, this is faithful right here. So what do I have for is? Yes, I have a yellow S. So, okay. So far I used the Faux Washi. I used the Faux Washi, the tab. I don't know what that is there, but you know what? God. God. God is. Well, I'm gonna use yellow. Is. It'll stick into my finger. Is. And then. And it leads to faithful right there. God is faithful. And so now for the prayer card, let me see if I could. I think I know what to do. So hold on one second with this. I think I'm going to use this as an attachment. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a little bit of this off. So this is where now I'm modifying what I have. And sometimes you don't modify it on a computer, but you can modify it you can modify it, how can I say, after you print it. So, oh, this stuff is sticking to me. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glue here. You don't need a lot. Like I said, I just want to demo this a way that a person can use this. Right? But I'm really looking forward to using it for like a 5-day, the 5-card concentrated study in a prayerfully teaching segment. I think that would be really nice. And so here we go with this. So to attach it, put this here. Good. So let me go ahead and mark this. So I'm gonna have to turn this around. All right, because I learned that I don't have to always use like washi to do it. I can do it in a way that bend this here. I could do it with a piece of paper or cardstock. There's other ways to do tip-ins to attach. And so I don't always like the washi tape method. Right? So I'm gonna do this and do this. Right? Like that. And now I'm going to do, and sometimes you could just put a little piece of something and like have it like a hook. Right? And so let me go ahead and glue this down here. Oh, you know what would be better for when I'm doing this? I forgot that I really like to use hold on one second. I like to use a double side tape for that. Not so much the I prefer to use a double side tape for that. Not the what you call it? The glue stick. But I already put the glue stick on there. Let me see if I can wipe some of this off on the side. Okay. Yeah, I prefer the glue stick, the double-sided tape for that. It just works better in my opinion. Oops, wait a minute. This stuff is so good. This double-sided red tape. I believe I got this one from the Dollar Tree, if I'm not mistaken, some time ago. And when I tell you this is good stuff, boy, oh boy, it's some good stuff. It's really great adhesive. And then I'm going to put another one on this side. It's kind of thick, kind of wide. Let's see. I may have to trim some of that off. Looks like. All right. If I do, I'll just trim it off. Wow. Stick into the thing. Alright. Yeah, I'm going to have to trim some of that off. I don't know why it's doing that like that, but anyway. So let me peel off the backing of this one. And then get it on a card. And then once I get it on a card, then I'll trim the other part off. Okay, come on. That's the only thing is fidgety to pull up the red part. But once you get it, you got it. Okay. It's okay. The birds are facing that way, but either way it's fine. And so, how am I going to do this now? Just like this. Yeah, because right now I'm just want to get it on the card. All right, I think that suffices right there. So that's a good fixture right there. It's adhered down really nicely, and so now the other part is to. So I need to do this so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to have to go this way and then lay it. Yep. That's what I'm going to have to do. So, let me just trim this because I think if I don't trim it and then it's on the glue's on the page, it's going to cause pages to stick to each other and I don't want that. Alright, so now let me go ahead and peel this piece of backing off. Oh, come on, gotta let it stick. Come on. Stick, stick, stick. And go the other way. Like I said, this part is kind of fidgety. Go the other way. There we go. There we go. All right, good. And so now I want to make sure this has come to the bottom. Let me go right here because I'm trying to make sure it meets right there, the page, so it can fold in. There we go. And it'll fold in, and now it's adhered down really well. You see that? It's adhered down very, very well. And I think it's actually more secure than just using washi. And you know, yeah, because look at that. You know, and later at a later date, if I'm doing something and I want to use and you know do something on the back end, I want to use washi tape or whatever I can, like here. And yeah, but I really like the sturdiness of when I'm using a piece of cardstock or paper. And so yeah, so there we go so far. You know, when I write out my prayer, you know, if I want to put another element, I want space to write my prayer. So I could either use this one or this one. And I think I'm going to go with this flower here. This heart flowers. Flowers in the heart. And I don't think it's going to take up too much. Because I know I don't plan to write too much right there. Good. That's good. And then I have space to write prayer. But blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord. So perhaps a prayer of thanksgiving for even trusting God. It's just I don't even take that for granted. Because believe me, it is not to be taken for granted if we trust the Lord. It is His mercy and His grace. Because there's so many other things we could put our trust in. You know, because we're human. And the Bible said there's none that seek God. No, not one. Right? That's in what? I think that's also in the Psalms. Also, I believe it's in Isaiah. I forgot which one, but I'll put it up on the screen. But it just keeps us humble to know that it is His grace that we trust Him, because in and of ourselves, you know. But He gives us opportunity. He presents Himself, He presents Himself, and all the logistics of that I can't get into because I don't know it all. But thank God that we can trust Him. But blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in him. That's Jeremiah 17:7. So the verse is here and the verse is here. And then I could write some notes here. Actually, probably do some, read some other scriptures. And then, you know, as I'm reading, I'm prayerfully, God speak to my heart. And then write some notes here. Doesn't have to be a lot. If a person wants to write more, of course, they could do a double spread or something of that. But there's so many ways you can use this journaling set. So I just wanted to come on and show a way someone could use it, possible way. And let's see, when I close this and I close this, I have the label there, right? And you could thicken this if you want. Thicken it with some cardboard or extra heavy cardstock. Yeah, so that's it. All right, so with that being said, I want to say thanks for watching. God bless you. And remember, Jesus loves you. Bye-bye.